What is up, guys? Orbital-Pilot back here once again in the world of Warthunder, this time taking out some tanks in the T58 early tier, well, just Russian tank. And if you guys didn't know, I am extremely bad at tanks. I've always been, but I've recently committed a lot of time to getting better. And so this is one of my first T50 games where I actually live all the way through. I did have a very good team, so that was, of course, part of it. But I felt like I actually used some strategy rather than just going in there guns blazing. So, also, to let you guys know, this is my last video that should have some particle effects. If you guys have been noticing recently, you know, probably since January or December, if I move really fast, you see some weird particles, and that's just because I've been recording on one and playing the game from one hard drive. But this is my last video that I'm going to do that. I did recently get my second hard drive installed, and this video is right before that, so the quality should improve. Okay, so let's get to the battle. So we're playing on a large forest map, and this is better than most of the snow maps, just because I find it very hard to actually ever kill anybody, but that should come with practice. So right here, my team is pressing forward, but I'm kind of hiding behind these rocks, and I've noticed that it's a very good thing to do, to use cover to your advantage. Once once for sure you've cleared out everybody, go to the next part of the cover. Don't just stand out here in the open. So up ahead we have A, and we are actually pressing on their spawn point almost. I kind of feel bad for what I did in this game, which is just kind of go by their spawn point, but they do have two, so I figured if we were by one, they would just spawn at the other one. I'm not quite sure if that works in War Thunder, but you know. So this is a stock T50, so you don't have the good ammo types. Now, I'm not very familiar with ammo types in tanks, so as I learn more and make more videos about this, I should have a lot more information. But these shells just don't penetrate, and if they do penetrate, they don't do anything. They kind of just end up inside the tank. They don't seem to blow up a lot, and they don't seem to actually damage the physical tank. So it's kind of sad, but as an early tier tank, especially stock, I can imagine why. So this is actually the tank after the T26. The T26 was absolute garbage in my opinion. I just could not get that thing to work. So you'll notice that the other tanks on my team mostly consist of BT7s, BT5s. Those tanks are like ridiculously fast. I probably won't do a video on that, but yeah, they're just really fast. And as we can see, that gun just does not penetrate. But once I get a good hit on a flat surface, it does go through. Now that was a really good kill on my part. I crept up behind cover while he was shooting at a teammate and got a couple good shots on him. So I've recently also been learning how to use not just rocks and stuff as cover, but actual dips in the terrain. You know, if you go down in a dip, it's harder for the enemy to see you, especially with some tanks not having very good actual gun depression. I think that's what it's called. So they won't always be able to point their gun at you. Of course, if you park up on a hill like I just was, it's also very hard for you because you don't have the gun depression to actually put your marker where it needs to be. Luckily enough, that guy on the hill was on a hill, so I didn't have to have a lot of gun depression to put my put my reticle on it. So the T50 is a pretty responsive tank when it comes to actual movement and turning. It tops out at around 20 miles an hour, which is quite impressive for a tank. This is considered a light tank, and right here I come up over the hill and I just see kind of like hell breaking loose. So right here we can see where the gun depression comes into effect. I was trying to get shots onto that guy coming up, above the hill. I didn't want to rush in because that could lead to my death. So I wasn't able to get any shots on him because my gun depression wasn't enough to actually point the gun down, far enough to shoot him. And right here, I'm not sure if these are dead tanks, but man, are they convincing. if I like couldn't shoot at these guys, I would have not have known, you know, that they were dead or just models that they put there. I mean, those things are like surprisingly lifelike, and that's one of the problems I've been having. Sometimes I'll just shoot at a dead tank, and I won't get a hit or anything, so I'll be like, okay, I must not have penetrated him. So that's what I've kind of been using the machine guns for. It means I don't have to reload, but I also don't have to waste my ammo, because I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong about any of this stuff, but I believe you have unlimited machine gun ammo. I hope. That's just something that you should have. I don't think machine guns actually kill enough people unless you're a AAA, you know, a AAA car. And about AAA cars, my God, those things just seem to be like ridiculous. I am in a tank and I'm like, the 50 cals though are just, they're devastating. And they're fast too, so you can't always catch them. Now sure, if you get a hit on them, they're probably going to die because they are in a car, a lightly armored car. But man, don't underestimate those guys if you're new to tanks. I did that a couple times and I do regret it because they seem to kill me far faster than an actual tank. So right here a tank spawns in behind me, and luckily enough my teammate is there to save me. He knocked out my gunner, which isn't a big problem because I can actually get that repaired or have people switch around inside the tank. And I do put a shell in him just in case he's still alive. So yeah, this is one of my first videos on tanks where I actually succeed. So if you guys noticed, if you notice anything in the video that I do that's kind of a bad habit and you're good at tanks, let me know in the comments below. That will just help me out in future videos and future tank gameplay. And yes, that was real tank physics right there, just in case you were wondering. I guess tanks can now fly, almost. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.